Hello parents, this is Ms. Hall from Westside Middle School, and I wanted to do a quick reminder and run through of Canvas. So first and foremost, when you log into elkhart.instructure.com, which is a website, we prefer you use the website and not the app. When you're on the website, once you click on the dashboard, your Canvas course will look like this. If you have more than one class for your student, which you should because they are in middle school, they should have 4 classes at least. Each class will come up as a tile. If they're not loading as tiles, you can click on your 3 dots and you can change it to be card view, list view. List view looks like this. It's not as fun to look at. I like card view, so I keep mine on card view. When you are in my class, this is Intro 2D Art, kids need to click on their class. I wanted to share with you the syllabus. So if you click on syllabus, you'll open it up and you'll see my expectations of students in class. The supplies that I need them to have are right here, which is I need them to have watercolor paints, I need them to have a packet of pencils, colored pencils, a sketchbook or some kind of paper to work with when they're at home, and an eraser, and then a handheld sharpener so they don't have to get out of their seats so often. And then these are the things we'll be studying this 9 weeks. These are all the terms that we'll end up covering, and we will be writing about art, and we will be, right now we're reviewing the elements. We'll be going into ceramics very next, and then we'll be going into principles, color theory, and drawing from life if we have time. Every student will create a portfolio, and that portfolio will consist of all the work that they create throughout the 9 weeks, and it will be kept in their art drawer in class. If they complete an assignment from home, it is important that they bring it back so that it can be joining in their portfolio. Every student will create art, we will experiment and take risks, and we'll create compelling pieces to the best of our abilities. We'll also document our processes and we'll demonstrate safe use of materials. This is a high school credit, and I wanted to make sure that you guys understood that. Because it's a high school credit, 85% of their grade in class learning is contributing to their final grade. 15% is their high school final. All Intro 2D students take the same final test. And then super important, when students are at home, it is very imperative that they complete their at-home learning assignments. Even if it's not finished, something needs to be turned in so I can see their progress. And everything is assigned in Canvas. I assign it in Canvas, that way if they're in class or at home or not feeling well, everything can be accessible. Many students are looking at the to-do list, and I've tried streamlining Canvas so that it was even more familiar than it ever has been before. On your end, all you can see are home, announcements, grades, and the syllabus. When you click on home, you'll see that it says right here to click the corresponding link. I'm doing my best to try and coordinate what we do at home with what we're doing in class. That can only go so far. I have A and B kids, so I have kids on Mondays and I have kids on Tuesdays, and they're doing flip-flop work. So when I assign work on the to-do list, it may not be the exact same thing that they're assigned in class. So if you're Group A, you'll click on the Group A, it brings you to your agenda, and it brings you to the week of where we are. So this is week 2's agenda, and I break it down in English and in Spanish, and it shows you all the assignments that is needed to be completed as we go throughout the week. The assignments will unlock on the day that it is assigned. So Monday, we had a pre-assessment and rough draft, and that was in class. On Tuesday for A group, they had 5 questions to read about art. Obviously next Tuesday it will be different. Wednesday in class, we were working with our name tag and we were reflecting on it. And then today is Thursday and we're working on the elements of art recap. And then Friday, everybody is at home and we're working on our clay notes. So if you're a B group kid, you would click on B. And the same thing happens here. So as you go through the list, there's assignments that are assigned. And being that B group meets on Mondays or Tuesdays and Thursdays, they've been in class a little bit longer, and their assignments also coordinate based on the class dates that we've been in class. Same thing, every kid is in class on Friday online, and they have to turn it in for attendance. So in the to-do list, some kids are turning things in that are not theirs. So when I say the to-do list, when you're on the dashboard, this to-do list explains to them what's coming up. So pay attention to the date. Just because it says it was Tuesday's assignment doesn't mean it was the Tuesday's assignment for at home or the Monday's assignment for at home. So please bear with your student and make sure that you're checking the home landing page, as I was trying to clean up Canvas and make it easiest for parents, for students, and for myself. So if you wanted to see how your student is doing, you can click on Grades. And when you're inside Grades, something that's missing will represent with the word missing, and there will also be a dash. Dash means I've never received the assignment. If the assignment was turned in and turned in correctly, it'll show up with a 0 because I give points to students who try. So when you find an assignment that's been turned in, so like right here, the 5 questions to read about art, we just went over it in class from yesterday's at-home assignment. So this student has not turned it in at all. I gave him a 0. Over here, there are a couple symbols. It shows that there is a comment and a rubric. So if I click on the rubric, it shows me that the teacher scored me a 0. And then now if I click on the comment, I can see that the teacher left me a comment that tells me what needs to be done. Please complete the assignment to show me you understand the 5 questions we look at when reading art. So now I know that I need to go do that assignment. So I click on 5 questions to read about art, and then I click on 5 questions to read about art. I see I didn't turn it in. Now I can come through here and turn in my assignment. When I click on Submit Assignment, I can choose my file and I can upload it. For the sake of time, I'm going to choose, it won't let me choose it from there. I'm just going to submit a file. So students will navigate to their drive or wherever, and they'll choose it, and they will submit their file. They'll choose the right file. I just choose a file for the example. As a teacher, I'm unable to turn in this specific assignment. It won't let me have it. So now as the parent, now that the students turned it in, I can go back to Grades. And here I can look and I can scroll down and I can check right here. I can click on it so it doesn't show that it was turned in, but I can click on the assignment and now it shows right here that their assignment was turned in. And I can click View Feedback and it shows me what my student has turned in. So this is your evidence as a parent to know that the work was turned in. So this is, does the color pink exist? And I can tell my student, hey, that isn't telling me what the 5 questions to read about art is. I would redo that. So that's just an example. And if you want to see that again, I'll show you with a different assignment so that you can see what it looks like before I've graded something. So let's do the name tag reflection journal. Let's submit it. Mom, I did it. It's done. So I'm going to go choose my file to turn it in. And I'm going to tell it to submit. That's not the reflection journal, by the way. It's just me turning in an assignment. So now when I go back to Grades, it'll show up as the symbol right here. So when I see a paper symbol, you can see that your student has turned the work in, and you can always check what they've turned in by clicking on the assignment and clicking View Feedback. When you click View Feedback, you're able to see that they turned this assignment in right here. That looks like value scales. That's not your reflection journal and your name tag. It doesn't tell your teacher at all what you learned. So now that you can know how to know. And the rubric is right here so that you can see what it is I'm looking for when I'm grading it. Looking to see that they documented their process, that they wrote a daily reflection, that they wrote an artist statement, and then I base it off of all of that right here to tell me whether or not that they have documented their process properly. So thank you for listening to my tour about Canvas. Please have a great day. Again, if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me.